Okay, before anyone says I ruined my own life, just listen. Yes, I joked that his brother was hotter. Yes, I said it out loud, but it wasn't meant seriously. It was sarcasm. People tease their partners all the time. I didn't think he'd repeat it in front of his whole family. I didn't think he'd make me explain myself to his mother. I didn't think he'd kick me out of their house in front of everyone. I'm standing in the middle of the dining room, 12 family members sitting at the long table, his mother covering her mouth, his sister filming, his father staring at me like I'm dirt under his shoe, his brother frozen, horrified. My husband is standing with his wine glass raised, smirking. At my feet, my suitcase. If my brother is so much hotter, he says loudly, making sure everyone hears, go stay with him tonight. Everyone gasps. My voice cracks. I didn't mean it like that. Nobody believes me. Before we get into it, don't forget to like and subscribe, and hit hype to boost this episode. Drop your city or country in the comments. I love seeing where everyone's watching from. We're getting dressed for his family's monthly dinner. He's teasing me lightly about taking too long with my makeup. I fire back stupidly, without thinking. Maybe I should let your brother help me, since he's way hotter anyway. He freezes, completely stops buttoning his shirt. I laugh it off. Relax, it's a joke. Stop being so sensitive. But his expression changes. I notice it, for a moment. Then he shrugs and continues getting dressed. I assume everything's fine. I think he gets it. But actually, he doesn't. He's just hiding his reaction, and I have no idea what's coming. Here's what I need you to understand. I didn't mean it seriously, at all. It was like when you tell your boyfriend, oh, maybe I should find someone richer, and you both know it's a joke. Or when he says, maybe I should find someone younger, and you roll your eyes because it's just banter. We did this all the time. Constant teasing, light sarcasm. It was part of our dynamic. I thought he understood that. I thought he knew me better, but apparently, this time I crossed some invisible line, and he decided to make me pay for it. Let me back up. My husband and I have been together for 3 years, married for 1. Our relationship has always been built on sarcasm and roasting each other. That's literally how we fell in love. On our first date, I made fun of his shoes. He made fun of my laugh. We spent the entire night insulting each other playfully. It was perfect. That became our thing. Our friends would always comment on it. You two are so mean to each other. How do you survive being roasted 24/7? But we loved it. It was our language. So when I made that comment about his brother, it was completely in line with how we always talked to each other. He'd told me 2 weeks earlier that his coworker had a crush on me, and that she has better style than you anyway. I'd laughed. He'd laughed. It was normal. So why was this different? Why did this one cross the line? I'll tell you why. Because he'd been waiting for an opportunity. He'd been planning something, and I gave him the perfect ammunition. He insists we still go to the dinner. I take this as proof he's fine. He's not. He's planning something. In the car, complete silence. Not the comfortable kind of silence. The heavy kind. The tense kind. I try to make conversation. Are you upset? Him. No. You sure? Yes. Because if you're hurt about that joke, I said I'm fine. His tone is cold, but he's not yelling. He doesn't look angry, just distant. I decide not to push it. Maybe he just needs time. Maybe he really did understand and moved on. God, I was so naive. During the drive, I start thinking about his brother. Not in a romantic way, just objectively. His brother Marcus is conventionally attractive, tall, fit, good jawline. He works out a lot. My husband doesn't. My husband is handsome too, but in a different way. Softer, more intellectual looking. I prefer my husband's look, but objectively, if you asked anyone on the street who was more traditionally hot, they'd probably say Marcus. That's all I meant. It was an observation, not a desire. but I'm starting to realize that maybe I shouldn't have said it out loud. Maybe that's one of those thoughts you keep to yourself, even in a relationship built on sarcasm. I glance over at my husband driving. His jaw is clenched, his knuckles are white on the steering wheel. "Are you sure you're okay?" I ask again. "I'm fine," he says through gritted teeth. I know he's not fine, but I don't know what to do about it. We arrive at his parents' house, a massive mansion in the gated community. The whole family is already there. Parents, siblings with partners, cousins, grandparents, even a few family friends. Everyone is cheerful. His mother hugs me tightly. "Oh, darling, we're so happy you could make it." His father shakes my hand. "Good to see you." His brother Marcus nods at me. "Hey." I smile back, completely unaware that Marcus is about to become the center of a nightmare. My husband starts joking, smiling, putting his arm around my shoulders. He squeezes my shoulder like nothing happened. Fake warmth. Fake smile. I don't suspect anything. I actually feel relieved. See, I think, he really wasn't upset. Everything's fine. We sit down at the long dining table. His mother serves her famous roasted duck. Everyone talks, laughs, drinks wine. I relax. Maybe this will be a normal dinner after all. About an hour into dinner, he stands up, taps his spoon against his wine glass. Everyone goes quiet, all eyes on him. He looks directly at me and says, "My wife said something interesting today." My heart drops. I know immediately. Immediately. His tone, his look, the way he's saying it. This isn't going to be a sweet toast. This is going to be an attack. I feel my hands go cold. Everyone looks at him, then at me. I try to smile, but my face freezes. "What are you doing?" I whisper. He ignores me. He says it loudly, clearly. "She thinks my brother is hotter than me." Gasps around the table. Marcus's face goes bright red. His mother whispers, "Why would you say that?" I jump up, stammering, "It was a joke. You're twisting it." He shakes his head calmly. "No." She said it twice, and she laughed about it. Everyone is staring at me now, not with curiosity, with judgment. His sister crosses her arms. His father raises his eyebrows. Even his grandmother puts down her fork. I feel my face burning. "It was a joke," I say louder. "We joke like that all the time." "You know that," he says coldly. "No, this wasn't a joke. It was disrespectful." "I didn't mean it. You said my brother is hotter than me. Before we left for dinner. Twice." Marcus looks completely shocked. "Did she really say that?" he asks quietly. My husband, "Yes, and she laughed about it." His sister stands up. "So you've been staring at him this whole time?" "What?" "No, I never—" His father, "Have you been flirting with my son?" "No, it was one stupid joke." Marcus, "Did you actually say that?" I turn to him desperately. "No, I mean, yes, but I didn't mean it like—" But it sounds pathetic, childish, like I'm making excuses. Every word I say makes me sound guiltier. I can't explain. I can't defend myself. Everything I say sounds like a lie. His mother looks at me with disgust. "We welcomed you into this family, and this is how you treat us." "I'm not." "You humiliate my son." "It was a joke." But nobody's listening. Nobody. They've all already decided. I'm the bad wife. I'm the betrayer. I'm worthless. I look around the table desperately. Isn't anyone going to defend me? Isn't anyone going to say, "Wait, maybe we're overreacting"? Isn't anyone going to say, "Let's discuss this calmly"? No. They're all looking at me like I'm a monster. My husband pulls out his phone and connects it to the TV. A screenshot appears on the big screen. It's my text message to my friend, sent 3 months ago. "Honestly, his brother is kind of hot. Don't judge me, Lowell." Everyone gasps even louder. I nearly collapse. "You went through my phone?" I scream. But it doesn't matter. Nobody cares about my privacy right now. They only care about what I wrote. His mother covers her face with her hands. His sister whispers, "Oh my God." His father, "She's disgusting." "That was months ago," I beg. "That was when we first met your family. I was just—" What? What can I say? That I did think his brother was attractive, but it didn't mean anything. That I was just chatting with my friend because we always discuss stuff like this? No excuse will work. "You see," my husband says, pointing at the screen, "this wasn't a joke. She actually thinks this." I shake my head. "No, you don't understand." "I understand perfectly. You want my brother." "No." "You've been thinking about him." "That's not true." "You texted your friend about him." I'm crying now. Real tears. But nobody cares. His aunt stands up. "I always thought there was something off about her." His cousin, "She's been too friendly with Marcus at family events." "What? I've barely spoken to Marcus." "That's not true," I sob, but his cousin continues. "At the 4th of July party, she kept looking at him." "I didn't. I saw it with my own eyes." This is insane. They're making things up now, rewriting history to fit their narrative. Marcus finally speaks. "Look, I don't know what's going on, but I've never—" His mother cuts him off. "It's not your fault, sweetheart. She's the one who's inappropriate." "But I never—" "We know, dear. We know." Even Marcus can't defend me, even though he knows nothing happened, even though he knows I never flirted with him. He's silenced by his own family. My husband walks out of the dining room. I hear him dragging something. He returns with my suitcase, sets it at my feet, in front of everyone. His mother whispers, "Throw her out." His sister, "She deserves it." His father, "Get her out of this house." I stare at the suitcase, then at him. "You can't be serious," I whisper. Him, "I'm completely serious." "You packed my things?" "Yes, while you were in the shower earlier." "You can't kick me out over one stupid joke." "This wasn't one joke, this was ongoing disrespect." "I'm your wife." "Not anymore." Everyone is silent. Nobody defends me. Nobody says, "Wait, maybe we're going too far." Nobody says, "Let's talk about this privately." They all just stare at me like I'm garbage. He opens the front door and says, "If you think my brother is hotter, go live with him. Let's see if he wants you." I beg, I cry, I shake, but nobody supports me. Marcus literally says, "Don't come to my place." Total humiliation. My husband pushes the suitcase toward the door, slams it open wider, points outside. "Get out." I look around the room one last time, hoping someone will step in, hoping someone will show mercy. Nobody does. His mother turns away. His father nods toward the door. His sister films everything on her phone. Even his grandmother looks disgusted with me. I grab my suitcase handle, walk toward the door. Every step feels impossible, like I'm walking to my execution. I reach the threshold. Turn back. "Please." He slams the door in my face, locks it. I stand on the porch, alone, with my suitcase, in the dark, wearing heels, mascara destroyed, phone almost dead. I try calling him, blocked. I try his brother, straight to voicemail. I try his mother, blocked. I try anyone. Nobody answers. His entire family shuts me out completely. Every single person. I walk down the street. I don't know where I'm going. My parents live 2 hours away. My friend lives even farther. I don't have money for a taxi. My bank account, it's joint with him. He probably froze it already. I try to call an Uber, but my card declines. Of course, he thought of everything. I sit on the curb outside their gated community, crying, alone, destroyed, whispering to myself, "It was just a joke. I didn't think it would ruin my life. Here's what nobody understands. I'm not a monster. I'm not a bad spouse. I wasn't trying to destroy my marriage. I made one stupid joke. One. And he turned it into warfare." Yes, I texted that message to my friend. 3 months ago, when we first met his family, I thought his brother was attractive. So what? That doesn't mean I wanted him. That doesn't mean I cheated. It means I'm a human with eyes who can acknowledge when someone is objectively good-looking. Have you ever seen a beautiful person and noted it? Of course you have. Everyone does. It doesn't mean you want to sleep with them. It just means you're not blind. But my husband took that one message, one private message between me and my best friend, and he saved it, waited for the right moment, and used it to destroy me publicly. That's psychotic, that's manipulative, that's cruel, but everyone thinks I'm the bad guy. And that joke I made today? It was light teasing. We always did that. He told me I was getting fat. I told him he was going bald. He said I couldn't cook. I said his car was compensating for something. We joked. That was our love language. But suddenly, when I mention his brother, it crosses a line. Why? Because he wanted revenge? Because he was looking for an excuse? Because he wanted to look like a hero in front of his family? I know how this looks. I know people will think, she deserved it. But I didn't. I don't deserve this. I don't deserve to be thrown out of the house in front of his family. I don't deserve to be humiliated in front of people I tried to love. I don't deserve to have my husband dig up a 3-month-old text to destroy me. And you know what's the worst part? Nobody asked him why he went through my phone. Nobody asked him why he saved that screenshot for 3 months. Nobody asked him why he planned this. They just condemned me. Instantly. His family never liked me. I always knew that. His mother thought I wasn't good enough. His sister was jealous of me. His father thought I was using his son for money. This was the perfect excuse to get rid of me, and my husband handed it to them on a silver platter. I'm sitting here, on the cold curb, with my suitcase, in destroyed makeup, and I'm thinking, am I really that guilty? Maybe I'm not a perfect wife. Maybe I say stupid things sometimes without thinking. Maybe I go too far occasionally. But I don't deserve this. I don't deserve to be destroyed so publicly, so cruelly, so calculatedly. He could have just talked to me. He could have said, that hurt my feelings. He could have said, I don't like when you joke about my brother. I would have apologized. I would have stopped. I would have understood. But instead, he chose revenge. He chose humiliation. He chose to make me the villain in front of his entire family. And now I'm here, alone, with nobody, wondering how one stupid joke destroyed my entire life. My phone buzzes. It's a text from his sister, the one who was filming. She's posted the video on their family group chat. Everyone is commenting, good riddance. She never deserved him. I knew she was trash. I'm not even human to them anymore. I'm just a cautionary tale, a joke, an embarrassment. I think about everything that led to this moment, all the little signs I missed, the way his family always seemed cold to me, the way he'd bring up his brother more and more, testing me, waiting for me to say something, baiting me. He'd been planning this for months, ever since I sent that text. He'd been waiting for the perfect moment to destroy me, and I gave it to him. So here's what I want to know. Did I deserve this? Did I really deserve to lose everything? Did I deserve to be thrown out, humiliated, destroyed? Or did he go too far? Did he take one joke and weaponize it? Did he use his family to gang up on me? Did he plan this revenge for months? I know I made a mistake. I know I shouldn't have joked about his brother. But do I deserve all of this? Do I deserve to lose everything? Do I deserve to be thrown out, humiliated, annihilated? Tell me. What do you think? Did I deserve this? Did he go too far? Or did I really ruin my own life? Because sitting here on this curb, with my suitcase and my destroyed life, I honestly don't know anymore. The night is getting colder. I can see my breath in the air. My phone battery is down to 5%. I have nowhere to go. I try calling my best friend, the one I texted about Marcus. She doesn't answer. I text her, emergency, need help. Nothing. Maybe she's asleep. Maybe she blocked me too. Maybe my husband got to her first. Maybe he told everyone in my life what a terrible person I am. Maybe he's been building this case against me for months, turning everyone against me, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. I think about our wedding day, how happy we were, how he looked at me like I was the only person in the world, how he promised to love me, honor me, cherish me, for better or worse, in sickness and in health, till death do us part, and now he's thrown me out like trash over a stupid joke, over words, over nothing. But was it nothing? That's what I keep asking myself. Was it really nothing? Or did I cross a line I didn't even know existed? I think about that text message again. The one from 3 months ago. I remember writing it. We just met his family for the first time. It was a big barbecue at their house. Marcus was there with his girlfriend at the time. She was beautiful, model-level gorgeous, and he was playing volleyball shirtless in the backyard. I noticed. Of course I noticed. Who wouldn't? And later that night, when I was texting my friend about the day, I mentioned it, as a passing observation. Nothing more. But he saw it. Somehow, he saw it. Did he go through my phone that night? Did he regularly check my messages? How long has he been monitoring me? The thought makes my skin crawl. All this time, I thought we had trust. I thought we had honesty. But he was spying on me, collecting evidence, building a case, waiting for the right moment to use it against me. I hear footsteps. My heart jumps. Maybe he came back for me. Maybe he realized he went too far. Maybe he's going to apologize and take me home. I look up hopefully. It's not him. It's a security guard from the gated community. "Ma'am, you can't stay here," he says. Not unkindly, but firmly. "I'm just waiting for a ride," I lie. "You need to move along." "Please, just a few more minutes." "I'm sorry, but you need to leave the property." Property, like I'm trespassing, like I don't belong here, like I never belonged here. I stand up, grab my suitcase, and start walking. The wheels are loud on the pavement. Click, click, click. Each step takes me farther from the life I knew, farther from the person I thought I was, farther from any hope of fixing this. I walk for what feels like hours. My feet are screaming in these heels. I finally stop at a bus stop, sit on the bench. At least here, nobody can tell me to leave. A bus comes. I don't have money for it. It passes. Another comes. Same thing. I'm stuck here, stranded, abandoned. All because I made a joke. All because I said his brother was hot. Is that really so terrible? Is that really worthy of this level of punishment? I start replaying every moment of our relationship in my head, looking for clues, looking for signs that this was coming. Was he always this vindictive, this calculated, this cold? I remember a fight we had 6 months ago. I'd forgotten to pick up his dry cleaning. He gave me the silent treatment for 3 days. At the time, I thought he was just being immature. Now I see it differently. He was punishing me. He was teaching me that mistakes have consequences, that he has control, that he can take away his love whenever he wants. And I accepted it. I apologized. I promised to do better. I trained myself to be more careful around him, to watch what I said, to anticipate his needs, to avoid his anger. But I slipped up. I got too comfortable. I made that joke. And now I'm paying the price. Except this price is so much higher than 3 days of silence. This is my entire life, my home, my marriage, my family, because his family became my family, my identity as his wife, everything. Gone, in one dinner, in one public humiliation, in one perfectly executed revenge plot. I hate him. In this moment, sitting on this bus stop bench with my suitcase and my broken heart, I hate him more than I've ever hated anyone. Not for kicking me out, not even for humiliating me in front of his family, but for making me doubt myself, for making me question whether I deserved it, for making me sit here and wonder if I'm the villain in this story. Because part of me, a big part of me, thinks maybe I am. Maybe I did something unforgivable. Maybe I did cross a line. Maybe I am the bad wife who disrespected her husband and lusted after his brother. But no, I can't let him do that to me. I can't let him rewrite reality. I made a joke. A stupid, thoughtless joke. But it was a joke. In the context of our relationship, it was normal. It was how we talked to each other. He's the one who changed the rules without telling me. He's the one who decided this time was different. He's the one who weaponized my words and used them to destroy me. He's the villain here, not me. My phone dies. The screen goes black. I'm completely alone now. No way to call for help. No way to reach out. No way to even distract myself from this nightmare. I look up at the sky. It's clear tonight. Stars everywhere. I used to find that romantic. Now it just makes me feel small, insignificant, like my problems don't matter in the grand scheme of things, like I don't matter. A car slows down next to me. My heart races again. It's not him. It's a middle-aged woman. She rolls down her window. "Are you okay, honey?" she asks. I must look terrible. "I'm fine," I say automatically. "You don't look fine. Do you need help?" I almost break down, almost tell her everything, almost beg her to save me. But what would I even say? My husband kicked me out because I said his brother was hot. She'd probably think I deserved it too. "I'm just waiting for someone," I say. "At 2 a.m? "Yes." She looks doubtful but doesn't push it. "Be safe," she says, and drives away. Be safe. How am I supposed to be safe? I have no money, no phone, no place to go. I'm not safe. I'm the opposite of safe. I'm vulnerable and exposed and alone. I think about going to the police. But what would I tell them? My husband kicked me out. That's not illegal. He went through my phone. We're married. He publicly humiliated me. That's not a crime. There's nothing they can do. There's nothing anyone can do. I think about his face when he made that toast, the satisfaction in his eyes, the smirk on his lips. He enjoyed it. He enjoyed watching me squirm, watching me try to defend myself, watching me fail, watching his family turn on me, watching me beg, watching me break. He enjoyed every second of my humiliation. What kind of person does that to someone they claim to love? But did he ever really love me? Or was I just a toy to him? Something he could control and manipulate and punish when I didn't behave the way he wanted. I think about all the times he joked about my weight, my cooking, my intelligence. Were those jokes? Or were they little cuts designed to keep me insecure and dependent on his approval? I think about how isolated I'd become, how I'd stopped seeing my friends as much, how I'd quit my job because he said we didn't need the money and it would be better if I focused on taking care of the home. How I'd lost touch with my family because they didn't understand our relationship. He'd been isolating me, slowly, carefully, setting up this moment, and now I have no one. That was his plan all along, wasn't it? To make sure that when he finally destroyed me, I'd have nowhere to go, no support system, no resources, no power, just me and my suitcase, and my shame. I want to scream. I want to go back to that house and pound on the door and force them all to hear the truth. But what is the truth? That I'm innocent? I'm not innocent. I did make that joke. I did write that text. I did think his brother was attractive. Those are facts. The question is whether those facts justify this punishment. And I don't know anymore. A police car drives by slowly. The officer looks at me. I wave to show I'm okay. He keeps driving. I realize I could be arrested for loitering. Wouldn't that be perfect? Humiliated, homeless, and arrested. The complete destruction of everything I am. My husband would love that. Another thing to tell his family. Did you hear? She got arrested. I always knew she was trash. I start crying again. Not the dramatic, sobbing kind of crying. The quiet, defeated kind. The kind where tears just run down your face and you don't even have the energy to wipe them away. I'm so tired. Not just physically, though these heels are killing me and my legs ache from walking. I'm emotionally exhausted, mentally drained, spiritually broken. I don't know how to come back from this. I don't know how to rebuild my life. I don't even know who I am anymore without him. Another bus comes. This one stops even though I didn't signal it. The driver opens the door. "You getting on?" he asks. "I don't have money," I say. He looks at me for a long moment. At my smeared makeup, my wrinkled dress, my suitcase. "Where you headed?" "I don't know." "You got somewhere to go?" "No." He sighs. "Get on. I'll drop you at the shelter downtown. They can help you." A shelter. I'm going to a homeless shelter. Me, the girl who graduated top of her class, who had a good job, who married well, who had everything figured out. I'm going to a homeless shelter because my husband kicked me out for making a joke. I grab my suitcase and climb onto the bus. It's empty except for me and the driver. I sit in the back, far from everyone and everything. The bus starts moving and I watch the gated community disappear behind us. That whole life, disappearing. I wonder if this is how it feels to die. Not the physical part, but the part where everything you know and everyone you love just vanishes, and you're left alone with yourself, wondering how it all went so wrong so fast. Did I deserve this? I still don't know. Part of me thinks yes, I must have, because why else would this happen? Part of me thinks no, nobody deserves this level of cruelty. But the biggest part of me, the part that's speaking right now, doesn't care anymore. Whether I deserved it or not, this is my reality now. This is my life. Riding a bus to a homeless shelter at 2 a.m. because I made a joke about my brother-in-law being hot. And I have to figure out how to live with that. How to survive that. How to become someone new who can exist in a world where this happened to me. The bus driver looks at me in the rearview mirror. Our eyes meet. He looks away first. Even he can't stand to look at me. I'm that pathetic. I close my eyes and lean my head against the window. The glass is cold. It feels good, real. Everything else feels like a nightmare, but the cold glass against my forehead is real. I am here. This is happening. There's no waking up from this. This is my life now. And somehow, I have to find a way to keep living it. The bus rolls on through the empty streets, taking me away from everything I knew, taking me toward an uncertain future, taking me to a place where women like me end up when they lose everything. And I sit here, wondering if I'll ever be okay again, wondering if I'll ever trust anyone again, wondering if I'll ever make another joke again, wondering if I'll spend the rest of my life second-guessing every word that comes out of my mouth, terrified that one wrong phrase will destroy me all over again. The shelter comes into view, a plain brick building with a simple sign. This is where my marriage ends, not in a courtroom or a lawyer's office, but here, at a homeless shelter, in the middle of the night, with nothing but a suitcase and a broken heart. The bus stops. "This is it," the driver says. "Thank you," I whisper. "You take care of yourself," he says. And somehow, that simple kindness from a stranger breaks me more than anything else tonight. I start sobbing, really sobbing. The kind where you can't breathe and your whole body shakes. He waits patiently until I can compose myself. Then I grab my suitcase and step off the bus, into my new life, whatever that means. I walk through the doors of the shelter. There's a woman at the front desk. She's seen people like me before. I can tell by the way she doesn't react to my appearance, doesn't ask questions, just slides a clipboard across the desk with a form attached. "Fill this out," she says. Name, age, emergency contact. I stare at that last one for a long time. Who is my emergency contact now? Not my husband, obviously, not his family, my parents. I haven't spoken to them in months because he said they were toxic and didn't support our relationship. My friends? I let those friendships fade, Because he needed me home more, needed my attention, needed me to be available for him always. I write none in the emergency contact box. The woman glances at it when I hand it back. Something flickers across her face. Pity, maybe. Or recognition, like she's been here too. Like she knows exactly how a woman ends up with none written in that box. She hands me a key. Room 12, down the hall. Bathroom is shared. Breakfast at 7. There's a counselor available tomorrow if you want to talk. I nod. Take the key. Walk down the hall with my suitcase still clicking behind me. Room 12 is tiny. A single bed. A small dresser. A window with bars on it. This is my home now. I set my suitcase down and sit on the bed. The mattress is thin. I can feel the springs, but it's clean, and it's safe, and it's mine, at least for tonight. I lie back and stare at the ceiling. There's a water stain in the corner. It looks like a face, a sad face. I laugh. Even the ceiling is judging me. I think about what he's doing right now. Is he sleeping peacefully in our bed? Our bed that I picked out, that I made every morning, that I shared with him for a year. Is he relieved I'm gone? Is he celebrating with his family? Are they all sitting around congratulating him for finally getting rid of that woman? Or is there a small part of him that regrets it, that wishes he'd handled it differently, that misses me, even just a little bit? I doubt it. The way he looked at me tonight, there was no love there, no regret. No hesitation, just cold, calculated satisfaction. He got exactly what he wanted. He'd been planning this for months, probably longer. Every time I made a joke, every time I teased him, every time I was less than perfect, he was filing it away, building his case, waiting for the moment when he could destroy me and look like the victim. And tonight, he got his moment. But here's what I keep coming back to. Even if I was wrong, even if I crossed a line, even if I was disrespectful, does that justify what he did? Does one joke, one text message, one moment of thoughtlessness deserve this level of punishment? Or is this about something deeper, something darker? Is this about control, about power, about putting me in my place, about showing me who's really in charge? I think about the other women in this shelter. What are their stories? Did they also make one mistake? Did they also cross invisible lines they didn't know existed? Did they also end up here because someone they loved decided they deserved to be destroyed? Or are their stories different, worse, better? Does it matter? We're all here now, all in rooms like this one, all staring at ceilings with water stains, all wondering how we got here and how we get out. My stomach growls. I haven't eaten since lunch. The duck at dinner looked delicious, but I didn't get a chance to eat it before my life imploded. I wonder if there's food here. The woman mentioned breakfast at 7. That's 5 hours away. I can wait. I've waited for longer for him. Waited for him to come home from work. Waited for him to finish his hobbies. Waited for him to decide he was ready to have a conversation. Waited for him to give me permission to exist. I can wait 5 hours for food. I opened my suitcase to see what he packed. He did it while I was in the shower, he said. That means he went through my things, decided what I deserved to keep, decided what version of me was allowed to exist in this new life. I find clothes, thankfully. Not my favorites, of course. Those probably got destroyed or donated, but enough to survive. Underwear, a toothbrush, no phone charger. Of course, no phone charger. Can't have me calling for help. Can't have me documenting this. Can't have me building my own case. But he did pack one thing that surprises me. At the bottom of the suitcase, wrapped in a t-shirt, is our wedding photo. The framed one from our bedroom. Why would he pack that? Is it a reminder, a punishment, a memento? Or did he just grab it without thinking, some muscle memory of what belongs together? I stare at our faces in the photo. We look so happy, so in love, so naive. That woman in the white dress has no idea what's coming. No idea that 3 years later, she'll be holding the same photo in a homeless shelter, trying to remember if that happiness was ever real. I want to smash it, throw it against the wall and watch the glass shatter, but I don't, because despite everything, despite the hatred and the hurt and the humiliation, some part of me still loves him. Some stupid, broken part of me still remembers how he used to look at me, how he used to hold me, how he used to make me laugh. Before the jokes got meaner, before the control got tighter, before the love turned into something else entirely. Some part of me still believes that person existed, that he loved me once, that this isn't all there ever was. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he never loved me. Maybe this was always who he was and I just didn't want to see it. Maybe all those red flags I ignored were actually screaming sirens, and I was just too desperate to be loved to hear them. Maybe I did this to myself. Maybe I chose this. Maybe I deserve this. No. Stop. I can't think like that. That's what he wants. He wants me to internalize this, to believe I'm worthless, to believe I deserved it, to believe that no one will ever love me because I'm fundamentally flawed. That's the final part of his revenge, not just destroying me publicly, but destroying me privately too. Getting inside my head and making me destroy myself. I won't give him that. I won't let him win completely. Yes, he took my home. Yes, he took my dignity. Yes, he took everything I thought I was. But he can't take my mind. He can't make me believe his version of reality unless I let him. And I'm not going to let him. Not anymore. Not now that I see clearly what he did, what he is, what this was. This wasn't about a joke. This was about ownership. I wasn't a wife to him. I was a possession. And possessions don't talk back. Don't make jokes at his expense. Don't have opinions about other men. Don't exist independently. And when a possession malfunctions, you throw it out. That's what he did. He threw me out. Not because I was evil or cruel or unfaithful, but because I had the audacity to be a person with thoughts and words and humanity. I lie back down. The ceiling face is still there. Still sad, but maybe not judging anymore. Maybe just there, existing alongside me. Two sad things in a room. I close my eyes, try to sleep. But my mind won't stop. It keeps replaying the dinner, the look on his mother's face, the sound of his sister's phone recording, the way his father nodded when he said to throw me out, the way Marcus looked at me with pity and disgust, the way my husband smiled. That smile, that satisfied, victorious smile, like he'd won a war I didn't know we were fighting. And maybe that's the truth. Maybe we were always at war. Maybe every interaction was a battle, every joke a weapon, every day a fight for dominance. And I thought we were partners. I thought we were lovers. I thought we were building a life together. But he was fighting a war. And tonight he won. Decisively, brutally, publicly, he won. And I lost everything. But wars don't end with one battle. Wars are long and complicated and messy. And maybe this isn't over. Maybe tomorrow I get up. Maybe I talk to that counselor. Maybe I start figuring out my next move. Maybe I find a job. Maybe I rebuild my life. Maybe I become stronger. Maybe I become someone who doesn't need him. Someone who doesn't need anyone. Someone who exists independently and powerfully and completely. Or maybe I don't. Maybe tomorrow I'm just as broken as I am tonight. Maybe I never recover from this. Maybe this is the thing that defines the rest of my life. The woman who got kicked out. The woman who lost everything. The woman who made one joke and paid for it forever. Maybe that's who I am now. Maybe that's who I'll always be. I hear crying from another room. Soft, muffled crying. Someone else is broken tonight. Someone else lost everything. Someone else is wondering how they got here. And somehow, that makes me feel less alone. Not better, but less alone. We're all here. All the broken women. All the ones who crossed lines or made mistakes or just existed wrong. All of us in our tiny rooms with our thin mattresses and our water-stained ceilings. All of us trying to figure out how to survive until morning. Morning. What will morning bring? Will I feel different? Will I have clarity? Will I have a plan? Or will I just have more questions, more doubt, more shame? I don't know. I can't see that far ahead. I can barely see right now. Everything is blurry and painful and confusing. But I'm here. I'm still here. Still breathing. Still existing. Still me, whatever that means now. The woman at the desk said there's a counselor. Maybe I'll talk to them. Maybe I'll tell them everything. Maybe they'll help me understand what happened. Or maybe they'll just nod and add me to the statistics. Another woman destroyed by the man who claimed to love her. Another victim of emotional abuse disguised as a relationship. Another cautionary tale. Is that what I am? A cautionary tale? What's the moral? Don't make jokes. Don't be human. Don't trust anyone. Don't get married. Don't exist. I think about all the women who will hear about me. His family will tell everyone. Did you hear what she did? She said Marcus was hotter. Can you believe it? He had no choice but to kick her out. And everyone will nod and agree and say he did the right thing. And I'll be the villain in their story. The ungrateful wife, the disrespectful woman, the one who got what she deserved. And no one will ask about the phone invasion, the 3-month planning, the public humiliation, the calculated cruelty. No one will ask because it doesn't fit their narrative. It doesn't make him the hero they want him to be. But maybe someday someone will ask. Maybe someday someone will hear the full story. Maybe someday someone will say, "Wait, that doesn't sound right." Maybe someday someone will see him for what he is. Or maybe not. Maybe he gets away with it completely. Maybe he remarries. Maybe he treats the next woman better. Maybe he learned his lesson. Or maybe he does this again. Maybe there's another woman someday sitting in a room like this, wondering what she did to deserve this, not realizing she didn't do anything, that it was never about her, it was always about him. The crying in the other room has stopped. Either she cried herself to sleep or she gave up. I understand both options. I'm too tired to cry anymore, too exhausted to feel anything except a dull, persistent ache, the kind of ache that settles into your bones and becomes part of you. The kind you learn to live with because you don't have another choice. The kind that maybe never fully goes away. 7 more hours until breakfast. 7 more hours until I have to face tomorrow. 7 more hours of lying here in the dark, trying to make sense of the senseless, trying to find meaning in the meaningless, trying to survive the unsurvivable. But I will. I'll survive. Because that's what we do, isn't it? We survive, even when we don't want to, even when it hurts, even when it feels impossible. We survive. And maybe survival is enough. Maybe it has to be. Maybe that's all there is. I close my eyes again. This time, sleep comes. Not peaceful sleep, not restful sleep, but sleep. And in sleep, for a few hours at least, I don't have to be the woman who ruined her life with a joke. I don't have to be the villain or the victim. I don't have to be anything at all. I can just be nothing. And nothing sounds pretty good right now. Better than being me. Better than being here. Better than being awake and aware and drowning in the reality of what my life has become. Tomorrow I'll wake up. I'll eat breakfast. I'll talk to the counselor. I'll start figuring out next steps. I'll begin the long, painful process of rebuilding. Or I won't. Maybe tomorrow I'll just lie here. Maybe I'll give up. Maybe this is as far as I go. Maybe this is where my story ends. Not with a bang, not with a redemption arc, but here, in room 12, in a homeless shelter, at the end of everything I thought I was. But right now, in this moment, I'm just going to sleep and let tomorrow worry about itself, because I don't have the energy for tomorrow. I don't have the energy for anything. I barely have enough energy to close my eyes and drift away. So that's what I do. I drift. Away from the pain. Away from the questions. Away from the cold, hard reality of my new life. I drift into darkness. And for now, the darkness is mercy. Fade out,